Abzu, this time is a lake. Apsu, unseen, will give and take. You I call Engur, and other names to make. The substance of the Janut and other spiritual dimensions seem superior, even when they do not claim that in their fire-being realms wake. Parsis, Zoroastrians of India, Bombay. I guess I'll share about that video before moving on. We are not children that need everything spelt out for us in terms of good and evil and truth and ignorance. Hinduism is not a single religion, and not all of them are polytheist. Zoroastrianism absorbed a number of faiths and versions under the Achaemenid period, and others, like John Wilson. Protestant Christians alike generally forget that they don't really bring anything new of value to world spirituality. The Parsis may have accomplished more than their share materially, but what are the overall spiritual accomplishments people were called by each prophet to become a nation of priests and priestesses? An angel might come and sit on it is an interesting way for a film to end. Lucifer and the understanding. What does that say? And understanding darkness and Luciferianism. That is possibly a Michael W. Ford video. Was tongue-tied yesterday. I was thinking Michael W. Ford. Venus was what Lucifer is, any temporally and spiritually enlightened being that does not keep it to himself is a Lucifer. Darkness is not evil in itself. Lux et nox, nox et lux. Darkness is real and a template for light, and not always negative. Death is hard to define in physical terms, other than that the soul no longer operates the body or mind. Hell is south of Old Jerusalem, but the hell realms would be an exacting and deserving afterlife. There are also psychic and infernal realms. Michael W. Ford is right in that there is no distinct Judeo-Christian cosmology, and it is not fitting to just label everything else worshipped as angels and demons in their perspective. Scrying astral vision. When it comes to scrying, different surfaces have different effects. I scry at least 5 times a day. Glossy surfaces like glass, cut stones, water, and polished stones work best for most, but magnets have their effect. Scrying is a central practice to the Islamic faith and many others. Well, Zen Buddhism is another one. The goal isn't nothingness, but such a focus that it often changes feeling and sight. The mind is set to go into automatic mode and dream while awake and sane. Now, what is this one called? Spiritual Warfare, Day 13 to 19, Feeling and Seeing Your Aura. Black Witch Coven video. Wow, that is some huge print. Don't know why the emails did that. The aura is scientifically proven if we mean light, heat, magnetism, and moisture around objects. Daesh may be terrible in some of what they do, but Israel and even France is consistently worse in that region. It's interesting how the Israeli forces are not allowed to fight Daesh, even if they're on the side of them. At least that's what seems to be the case in every, why don't they fire at these people? Generally, aura reading is directed by the mood of the reader or the projections of the reader upon difference doing with time of day or conditions that are given moral attributes. Vibration of voice before mirrors can be very effective in seeing auras. and something with an M. Morgan Freeman's Zoroastrian Story of God. I will share a dictionary of Avestan, and I have another book to share before I leave that list off for this month. I mean, for this year. That is some huge print right there. There is a reason to believe Zarathustra predated the Avestan language. Mazdayastianism, in its purest form, is Islam. Good and evil entities are a reality in their mythologies, but neither takes away the sense of personal accountability. Am I the only one to present the Avestas in English by a human voice? I bought a disc once, and it was like Microsoft Sam reads the Avesta Gathas. I don't know what voice it used, but I don't think it was a human. EA Coeting is playing as white people like suckers. Elmira, my comment on his video. Let's see my comment on his video, because it's interesting to see sometimes what people have to say about EA Coeting, and the comment section almost makes the videos worth clicking on by themselves. Okay. But I think the guy's jealous about how many followers and stuff EA Coeting has. Okay. I think I put more real content in my responses to his books than any of his books. Matthew Lawrence did that one with some internet searches. Actually, I don't know that for certain, but it seems that you can accomplish with a Google search about as much as you can do with the spider and the green butterfly, and except you can't find any reference to spider and green butterfly cult. Okay, internet searches. But you can think of Ashtaroth and Baal, can't we? Without authentic books showing up. His other books admit he lies and gets confused. I don't even think Become a Living God people know when they're telling the truth. Well, it's apparent to me after interviewing E.E. Coeting that he generally believes his own game. I have someone on, so the message and meaning of Grimorium Verum. I'll share a little bit of this, and I'll go back and do another couple videos around this file. So what can I say? Okay, let's talk about demonarchy and demonology, right? Okay. The key to evil magic is the demonarchy. Singambooth is said to have his will in pacts. Rabindranadas is said to provide the information to invoke, evoke, and bind himself. Rabid Inadap is said to give the decree through his subjects. The pacts are implicit and explicit. They may involve the archdemons of the four winds. Is that of the east is particularly focused on as one incense mixed with blood of the practitioner or young male goat is offered. Which would question you about what you're getting involved in the practice, in the very least, if you have to cut yourself or an animal just to perform the basic rituals. The spirit of the East is thought to be Amadio, or Samuel, or Oriens, or Urias, or Baal, or Asmodel, or Magoa. The spirit of the south is Amaimon, or Mahazuel, or Maimon, or Moimon, or Agium. The spirit of the west is called Baamon, or Paimon, or Azazel, or Poimon. The spirit of the north is called Agien, or Agen. Azael, or Egion, or Amemon. Then there are the three powers, subordinates and spirits. Lucifer is over Put or Sant, Satanikia, and Algalia Rap. Beelzebub is over Torquemada and Flair Ute. Astaroth is over Sagatana and Nesperos. The 18th under the Duke, Cyrac, some varying order and variation of the name per grimoire, but we have the same basic list. Klaunek is over wealth. Musisin is over political power. Bakaud is over weather. Frehmost is over women and girls and enjoyment thereby. Klepoth is over the dance. Kil is over earthquakes and related phenomena. Merfilde is over your transportation. Klistert is over the phenomenon of night and day. Circade is over animals. Segal is over hybrids and what seems to be miracles. Hikpekath is over bringing things and beings to you. Hamatz is over books and I presume media. Frukasira is over resurrection and necromancy in general. Guland is over excitement and disease. Sergot is over locks and ciphers. Morale is over invisibility. Frutimire is over feasting and being... and bringing in general. Huikte Egar is over sleep and wakefulness. And, well, I guess I'll leave that off for the time being, but let me tell you what the next video is. Hold on, let me click that. Well, I'll leave that as a surprise, I guess.
Hail, Saturn.